Omens. Not that Wall of Omens was seeing a lot of play at the time,
right?
But being able to play cards that comes into play abilities, those are good cards. So in general, so Venser being able to say blink a Precursor Golem or a Spreading Seas or Spine of Ishsa, which is clearly the weapon of choice for Laskin here.
Yeah, we'll find out soon. Somebody asked, please, Gabe Lanciano says, please tell me he plays Ichor Wellspring and Throne of Geth.
Right, exactly.
We will shortly find out when we get to deck lists.
I would expect things like that to be in the list. Ichor Wellspring, giving him
Spine of Ishsa.
Giving him another card to
Lewis Laskin.
Basically cantrip off of. But the only thing with Ichor Wellspring, I think it has to go to the graveyard, so it doesn't.
Right, but Throne of Geth would sack it.
Right, exactly. Throne of Geth can sack it, so that's pretty cool. So who knows if he decides to go that direction? But I
imagine.
I'm just excited.
It's also a way to get back to Spine.
Right. So for those of you who may not even remember which Spine of Ishsa does, because it is a quote crap rare.
Yeah, it's definitely one I've been picking up because I think it's awesome.
It's from Mirrodin Besieged.
To use it for something.
It's literally worth 67 cents according to some websites here. Spine of Ishsa costs 7. It's an artifact rare. When Spine of Ishsa enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent, and when Spine of Ishsa is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return Spine of Ishsa to its owner's hand. So he gets to repeatedly destroy things if he blinks them with Venser, blinks the Spine with Venser.
It doesn't even sound like you're speaking English at this point.
Sorry, yeah. Well, Ichor Wellspring actually, it says when it enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. So I just wanted to check on that too. So it does. If he blinks it with Venser, he gets a card off of it, but he doesn't get 2 cards. He doesn't get one off of it leaving play. But we don't even know. We're just speculating on what could be in this list.
Right.
Essentially, it sounds like he's playing blue-white control.
Right. Well, let's find out.
Yeah, exactly. So Laskin also apparently loves the fatties, and Lukas Parson, it likes choose your own adventure. Right. Once you go black.
Huh?
Once you go black, and you get to choose how that sentence ends. That's
right.
How it works. So it's choose your own adventure.
Right.
Didn't you watch the Magic Show this week? Come on.
I did not. I'm sorry. I was out of town. Okay, so Lewis Laskin leads off with a Colonnade, and Lucas comes back with a Halimar Depths. I just saw the artwork for Halimar Depths for the first time like a week ago.
You just don't look at it?
Yeah, I never
Players
looked.
for $10 draft number 5. $10 draft number 5. Bruce is your judge.
So now I guess Lucas looks like he's on rug.
Yep. Seems that way.
$10 draft number 5.
That is an Everflowing Chalice for 1.
It's an F&M Everflowing Chalice, by the way.
Yeah, Lewis looks like he's got a completely pimped out Spencer deck.
Yeah.
Travis is probably sitting there drooling right now.
Yeah, right on. Of note, he does have, I believe, 2 Stoic Rebuttals in his hand, Lewis Laskin. So
signed up for the Legacy
that'll tell you he does.
Pardon me, the Legacy Challenge. Your pairings for round 1 have just been posted on the pairings boards labeled
All right.
C through F and G through K.
All right, so he does have
to the right
2.
of the judges' station. Once again, players in the
Once
Legacy
again, let's repeat it again.
Challenge.
Let's
Your
repeat it
pairings
again
for round
and
1.
again.
It's only a 5-minute announcement. Who knows? At least they're not doing live coverage. So Lewis Laskin is going to play a Jason Mind Sculptor.
All right, so
for those of you at home, they are
bouncing the Lotus Cobra.
Those are going for $225 each
at foils. Wow!
Up there at the booth.
Wow. So yeah, Laskin has 2 Stoic Rebuttals in hand, so it looks like he's probably pretty artifact heavy, or at least reasonably artifact heavy to be running 2. I mean, it could be just the threat of the possibility of having a couple of artifacts to have Metalcraft, but so maybe it's not that artifact heavy, but at least could give us some idea. Except now we have the lists, so we're gonna find out right now.
There's a Bellerin.
Jace Bellerin.
Lewis could trade, like if he has 4 Mind Sculptors, he has 3 in this deck.
Right.
He could trade those for Candelabras Atonos, which is pretty funny, basically. Maybe that and something else.
Right on.
So, okay, so Lucas is going to attack with the Lotus Cobra.
After mana leaking that Jace Beller?
Bradley
Looks like
Moore. Bradley Moore, your $10 draft number 5 is waiting for you. Bradley, you don't want us to start picking for you. We're very bad.
Lewis Laskin plays a Tectonic Edge, and then plays another Jace Bellerin.
That one looks a lot better to me. I don't like the old. I don't like that other art.
Is that like the Jace versus Chandra art?
Yeah. I don't,
Not the book Jace art. The
right.
book Jace
No,
is pretty
book
sweet.
Jace is awesome.
And they're both drawing.
So he's got an edge. You know, he's gonna. Looks like he is. He's gonna take out the copper line.
Takes him off a green.
Yeah. Unless he just plays a land and then he gets. So, all right. Lotus Cobra takes out Jace. So they didn't both draw, did they? I was gonna say if they both drew, he would have.
No, because he bolted it end of turn and then attacked.
Oh, I didn't see the bolt.
So
end of turn.
Lewis preordains here. That's a Wall of Omens.
Wow. So yeah, haven't seen that in standard in a while.
I know, right?
But it's good with Venture. And that's it's
Yeah.
it's good to block a Lotus Cobra.
Sure.
Yeah, he was like, no, never mind. No need to attack into your Wall of
So
Omens
Lucas
for no
is
reason.
on 3 lands right now, playing Rug, right?
Yeah. And that's second Wall of Omens? Is that the F&M Wall of Omens?
Yeah, one's F&M, one's regular art.
Yeah, we have the deck list here, but let's hold off and
Yeah.
look at those in between
Right.
games here.
So Lucas plays a
There's
forest,
he gets the green.
adds some
All
mana.
right, so he's gonna have 5 here.
Yep. Here comes Precursor
Precursor
Golem.
Golem, yeah.
What kind of tokens does he
And there's
have?
the Stoic Rebuttal.
Oh yeah, the rebuttal's going to come, so we're never going to see the
Yeah.
tokens.
He does have 3 Precursor Golems. I will tell you that. So we may see the tokens. All right, so there's Venser.
Here it comes.
Lewis Laskin plays Venser, and I'll blink this wall. So and then end the turn, let it come back, draw a card. You're up.
Asia.
This is going to be interesting if he gets that Venser to his ultimate.
Yeah. Wow. Lucas comes down with an Inferno Titan.
That'll keep things from getting out of hand there. He says, all 3 to Venser.
I mean, now he can. Yeah, I guess Venser will eat it next turn. That's
that,
Spine.
Spine of Ishsa?
Spine is probably going to blow up the Inferno Titan.
I would expect it to. I think I'll blink this Spine of Ishsa and kill your Lotus
Oh
Cobra.
man, you missed my fist pump.
Yeah, that was
because they're not
that was-
filming us.
That is awesome.
That is pretty cool. So,
Did we tweet what match was in here right now? I'll do it right now. I'll get it. It's all good. I got it.
Lucas comes down with another Precursor Golem. Did I say Lucas or Lewis? I meant Lucas if I said the other one. And he's just using sleeves that match his deck sleeves. Which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, it's got 2 morph creatures.
But yeah, I know, right? That's what it looks like. So he can bounce the Spine, take out the Precursor
You
Golem.
mean blink the Spine?
That's what I meant. Blink the Spine, take out the Precursor Golem. He journeys a token. Spine comes back. Might actually blow up his mountain. Take him off a color. No, he's going to blow up an island, keep him off double blue. That's probably not a bad plan either. And he's got the walls to chump those golems all day, so...
Yeah, not so scary.
No.
Spine of Ishsa.
It's such an awesome combo. It's
really
just so
is.
expensive, you know.
Yeah. How many counters are on? Is that 6 on Venser right now? I think because he's blinked twice since that Inferno Titan hit. All right, so Lukas explores. He's attempts to explore, and he will go exploring. So he's probably trying to get that blue back.
Yeah.
But, at the moment, oh, there you go. So
Okay.
he's got an island.
He's got Mana Leak mana up.
Yes,
he's at least representing it.
Yeah, but how good is Mana Leak when you're just gonna blink a spine and destroy the islands?
Okay, so he takes out one of the walls.
Okay.
So now probably take out one of the golems, or one of the golems with the spine this turn.
Or just keep him off blue.
He's holding Condemn.
What is? Oh, he blinked out the spine. Okay.
Yeah.
The nutty thing is
Looks like he's coming out with another spine, perhaps. Or no, he was counting his mana like he was.
he's got a lot of mana.
Oh, yeah, I think he has Wormcoil Engine in his hand, so.
Quick run those tokens over to him. There's his spine. What's he taking out?
Take out the token. It's confusing me seeing it on the board.
Take out the
Okay, fine.
precursor golem.
Because he keeps setting his hand down on the
He's
table.
protecting his Venser because next turn now he can go ultimate with Venser.
Yeah.
And still have Venser on one, unless Lukas does some, burns it somehow. But if he protects the Venser and Venser stays, actually no, Venser's on 8. Sorry, so Venser will disappear if Laskin decides to use the ultimate.
Right. He probably won't do that.
He's got such a nice setup right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he can, one more turn with the spine and then going ultimate with Venser.
Pretty sure that's a Mind Sculptor there.
Yeah, it is a Mind Sculptor, and that's going to give him the opportunity to bounce.
Do nothing.
Yeah, now he's stoically rebutted there. So come, block, okay.
Huh, that's interesting.
What's that?
He's holding a Mana Leak, and he doesn't have another blue, that's right. Okay, I didn't see what that, because that's unglued, I couldn't tell which land
it's
it
like a
was.
forest, I
It's a
think.
forest, yeah, he doesn't have mana to Mana Leak, so.
Okay, there's a Gideon.
Huh.
So now, scoop him
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
that seems like a good play, because at this point, it's academic, right? It's all like, as Adrian Sullivan says, it's all over but the crying.
Yup.
At least that game was.
Well, I hope nobody's going to cry.
Hopefully not. It's just a game. There's Alex Bertoncini checking in on the match. Did you see that? I just had Venser and Spine in play at the same time.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you see what I did?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's look at the deck list.
I'm just kidding.
All
We
right,
can't hear what they're actually saying, so we're
well,
just
they were
gonna-
laughing. I think we could figure that out.
Right.
So
we're just gonna
let's
pretend
take
they were
a
laughing
look at Lukas
Lukas.
Parsons' list. It looks like a pretty typical rug list, not far off from the one Weinberg was playing last round.
Right.
Got 4 Lotus Cobra, 3 Precursor Golem, 3 Inferno Titan, an Avenger of Zendikar, and an Oracle of Moldiah. That card has been seeing less and less play, interestingly.
It really has.
4
It's so
Jace
explosive sometimes.
Right. 4 Jace the Mind Sculptors,
No Garrix.
no Garrix. Just, and then
A little more counter heavy. 1 Deprive, 4 Mana Leak, 4 Explore, 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Preordain. What did he scratch out there?
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Which
Oh, he just wrote it in the wrong
That's not
slot.
a spell, it's a planeswalker. I like when people actually write under the correct categories there. When people are like, put their entire deck list under creatures, it's like, separate it out for us. But, just makes it easier on us.
So what would Lukas bring in here?
Yeah,
We
let's
didn't
take
actually
a-
go over
No,
Lukas's
I know, that's why I
list.
said we're still working on Lukas's first.
Right, so...
Lukas and his board has 4 Pyroclasm, 3 Obstinate Bailoff, 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Acidic Slimes, 2 Flash Freeze, and 2 Ratchet Bomb. So, it seems to me that Acidic Slimes would be good to kill those spines,
Yeah,
I
it
guess, but it doesn't
seems-
really, help that much. It just
Spell
goes back
Pierce.
to their hand. Yeah, Spell Pierce is for sure.
Spell Pierce seems
But I mean,
really
Acidic
good.
Slime on the spine just puts the spine back in his hand.
True.
That's the whole thing with Spine and Venser. It's like, I'm going to sit here and blink it. You deal with the Spine, I'm going to just replay it.
Right.
It's a scary, scary card unless he can Spell Pierce it. So Spell Pierce seems like the best idea because Spine doesn't come back to your hand if it's countered.
Right. Now I think that Lewis. Okay, let's take a look at his list.
So he's got one Treasure Mage, fancy, looking for the Spine of Ishsa, which he only has one of in his deck.
Huh.
Does he have any in his sideboard? No. So it's a Spine deck, but it's just really like there's just one Spine. Does he have a way to get it back if it is countered? That's kind of interesting. But anyway, it's clearly a blue-white control list that really just relies on some artifact support. He's got Treasure Mage, Sun Titan, one copy of Wormcoil Engine, and 3 Walls of Omens. He's got 1 Condemn, 2 Contagion Clasp, 2 Day of Judgment, 2 Everflowing Chalice, 1 Journey to Nowhere, 3 Mana Leak, 4 Preordain, 1 Spine of Ishsa, 2 Stoic Rebuttal, and 2 Tumble Magnets. He's got a Mystifying Maze in his in his mana base there. Interesting card. I know. He's also got 2 Jace Bellerin, 3 Jason Mind Sculptors, 2 Gideons, and 2 Ventures. Nice little mix of the Planeswalkers there. But yeah, so he's not like completely relying on the Spine plan. He's just got it there as an option. He can Treasure Mage to search for the Spine, so he's kind of roughly got 2 copies if you want to think of it that way.
And he can also search up the Wormcoil that way as
well.
He
can grab the Wormcoil. He can also get the Treasure Mage back with Sun Titan. He can play Sun Titan and get a dead Treasure Mage back to search for one of those guys as well. It's pretty interesting interaction.
Whichever one he didn't search for the first time, or if it got countered or something.
Right. In the board, he's got 2 Flash Freeze, which he could bring in here against Rug. He's got a Baneslayer, a Day of Judgment, 2 Condemn, 3 Leyline of Sanctity, which him and Nick both. Well, Nick was in the Leyline of Sanctity as well. I guess they both expected a lot of mono red after last week, which
that or Valakut. I guess they're respecting Valakut with this without having to. Well, he's running Tectonic Edge also, so
right. So Spell Pierce, 2 of those, 2 Revoke Existence instead of the old Divine Offering that we've been seeing. 1 Core Firewalker, interesting, just 1, but he does have the 3 Leyline of Sanctity too. So 1 Ratchet Bomb, and that's his sideboard. So what does he bring in here against Rug? He's got the Flash Freezes, the Spell Pierces, don't seem terrible.
I guess Revoke Existence would be good against Precursor Golem, but I don't know
considering, if he's expecting
he'd go that far. But
but then again, he could bring in a Day of Judgment, which is also we've seen as it's a good card against Precursor Golem as well.
Yeah,
I guess we'll get to see what kind of choices they made. So Lukas looks happy with his hand, but Laskin is not. So.
My Twitter is updating very poorly.
Well, mine's in the same spot yours is, so
yeah,
it's not any different.
You guys not writing to us on Twitter?
Yeah, they are. You're getting them. Laskin rocking the MTG Mom sticker. We've got some here in the booth as well.
Yeah. If you guys don't go to mtgmom.com, it's criminal.
It is the only Magic event calendar you'll ever need. And that's not just me saying that, the stickers are also saying that. Or maybe I should have reversed that. It's not just the stickers that say that, but I also agree. We'll have to talk to Alex Bertoncini, who, as we said earlier, he is planning to play in the Magic Online Championships. At least he was when he came in this morning when we saw him before the event. He's planning to play in the Magic Online Championships this evening while simultaneously playing in this event. So that'll be an interesting story there. So. What version of TweetDeck do you have? Maybe you need an update. Joe's having issues with his TweetDeck. You've got like a really old version of TweetDeck.
Do I?
Yeah, this is like 0.375. You're just... All right, so Laskin plays a Colonnade, or Lukas leads off with a Raging Ravine, and Laskin plays a Colonnade. Parson now goes with the second turn Lotus Cobra, always a good play. And Laskin goes with the turn to Seachrome Coast. Passes the turn, so...
like
Lucas
installing the updates, but now I will.
Lucas explores on turn 2, and that resolves. Let's see what he's got here. All right, on turn 3, that is. Sorry. Goes with a forest. Is he going to add some mana probably? And a preordained. So yeah, he added a blue and preordained off of it. And can't quite see what he's got there. But he's shipping one and keeping another. Looks like an island. Yeah, I believe it was an island that he kept. But didn't play? Yeah, wow, wait, he could have... Is he still... Okay, I thought he passed the turn. It's like, wow, did he forget to play his second land off of that Explorer? So yeah, he does play his second land off the Explorer. Adds... No, he didn't add mana. I guess he's... He didn't have anything left here. So there the... Lotus Cobra. Laskin tries to condemn it, but Parsons has the mana leak for it. And Laskin plays the Wall of Omens. Draws a card. Looks like he's going to play Seachrome Coast and passed. So he can at least hold off the Cobra, but the damage the Cobra does isn't really... this really has little to do with the 2 power. And speaking of damage from the Cobra, Parson just played a fetch land, which just represents 3 mana on its own.
Yeah. It's kind of insane.
So he's got potential 7. A potential 7 mana here. So there's an Inferno Titan. I would expect to see that hitting the board right now. So there it is. And I didn't quite hear what colors he added, but sure he had enough to add the double red if he wanted. And he did. And there's the Inferno Titan, and he's got a bolt for the Wall of Omens. So yeah, he says, I'll do 2 to you, 1 to your wall, and kill your wall with the bolt. So now Laskin's on the back foot here. Plays a Jace.
Bounce the Inferno Titan. Oh, never mind. He's going to brainstorm.
No. Yeah, bounce the Inferno Titan.
This is like a good plan.
Yeah. It's amazing how much that mana leak on the Condemn affected things here.
Yeah.
Because if... Obviously, that Inferno Titan would not have been able to come down. All right, so in with... Oh, he's just...
Yeah, he's scooping him
says,
right up.
You know what? Let's go to 8 and 3. You have way too much of a board presence right now. Maybe he wants to make some changes that he didn't really consider earlier. I mean, it did look pretty grim for him, but I would have thought he would have maybe tried for a couple more turns, but... Laskin was still, he was on, what, 18 at the beginning of Parson's turn there, which of course he would have lost, what, 8, 9, 10, 11 there, plus however much Parson decided to pump if he wanted to. It may not have been but 1 more turn left anyway. I'll have to talk to Glenn about deck tech.
Yeah, people want deck tech.
People asking about that. I'm also loving the unglued lands.
Yeah, the unglued lands are pretty great.
So it's funny, I was looking through some basic lands actually the other day because Lloyd wanted specific ones. I was trading for some legacy stuff, and Lloyd happened to want some basics, some old basics, and I was looking through my stuff, and I found a chunk of Portal lands.
Yeah.
I was telling you this. Like, where did I get Portal lands from? I never bought any Portal, and I only have Portal Islands and Portal Forests.
Yeah.
So I have no idea where
They
those
from
came
Threshold?
From. What do you mean from Threshold? Like, from a deck Threshold? I
From
didn't
your
buy
Threshold
a
deck?
Threshold deck.
Didn't you have Threshold built? Like
I had a Hunting Grounds deck, yeah, which was a Threshold
It was
based deck.
blue-green
yeah,
too,
it was,
right?
but that doesn't mean that they didn't just turn into Portal lands.
No, but I'm
just
saying like maybe you got them randomly at like Waltz or something.
Yeah, I mean it's just funny.
Like, remember those guys gave you a bunch of cards?
Yeah,
for
maybe
the
that's
deck?
what it was. That was for Madness.
This is back when it was for Madness. That's
was
what I
for
was thinking
Madness,
of.
yeah.
That's right. Blue-green
It
Madness.
was around the same time though.
Right.
Yeah, those guys at Waltz. It was like my 22nd birthday, and we just showed up to Waltz.
Yeah, so it was obviously like 9 years ago.
Yeah. Almost 9 years ago. You're right. It was. So, hey,
actually, almost 10 years ago, if you want to get specific.
no, not really. Like 2002.
Oh, you'll be 31.
Yeah,
That's
I'll be
right.
31
That's
this year.
right.
So anyway, but yeah, those guys gave me a bunch of cards. Maybe that's where they came from. But I was like, wow, I have Portal lands. Like, I want to play these in my Legacy deck.
Yeah.
As my basics.
Yeah, definitely. I have a ton of Portal lands, actually.
Yeah. I just I have a chunk of white bordered lands that I set aside to like proxy on.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, they're white border lands. I never really want to play with white border lands.
Right. You don't. I like to play with unlimited lands.
Yeah. Fair enough. I like a lot of black borderlands. You know, I'd probably play with white bordered revised lands because that's, to me, is the the nostalgia for me, because that was what I started playing, revised, and that was what the lands were. When I saw black bordered cards, I was confused because I was so used to playing with like white border stuff. Like Ice Age came out, and it was like, these cards have black borders, which, it's a deal. So then I learned black borders are cool and white borders are not. And I thought, oh man, I have all these white borderlands. So the
got
guys
confirmation.
Obviously, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
got confirmation,
got confirmation that my roommate is watching.
Awesome. Hello, Travis.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to you
birthday
too.
party last night. I hope our house is still
intact.
In one piece
It's
and
a
not
lot of
several.
birthdays. We had KYT, right?
Yeah.
Laskin's birthday today. Come on, Laskin, birthday boy. And
Travis yesterday. Yeah, but he's so out of it today. He said he's watching SCGNJ coverage.
He's apparently watching last week's
So he's
coverage.
watching last week's coverage. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he actually time traveled last night. Maybe it was that
Could be.
crazy of a party.
He still would be watching last week's coverage, whether or not he time traveled or not. All right, so guys taking a look at their hands here. All right, so Lukas knows if he gets a good start, he can take Laskin out.
Right.
That's and that's what he did last game with the Inferno Titans. Inferno Titan, now apparently the Titan wheel has turned to put Inferno Titan firmly in the
It sure has.
in the spot right next to Primeval Titan. Okay, good. Both guys keep. That's good. Laskin leads off with a Colonnade, and Parson leads off with a portal. A unglued island and a preordain. An unglued island. Sorry. So he ships one, keeps one. I believe what he kept was a preordain. I saw it really quickly. No, I'm wrong. It's a Lotus Cobra.
Yep.
Okay, so Laskin has turn 2 Seachrome Coast. Leads off with the exact same sequence he did last game. So far.
Repetition works, David.
Parson goes with
Repetition works,
a
David.
has to crack a fetch land, a Misty Rainforest, to get a forest, and I will expect that we will see a Lotus Cobra here. Now, whether Laskin can deal with it with a counter spell or a removal spell, I'm not sure. It looks like it resolved. Yeah, it did. Okay. So Laskin looks like he drew a Seachrome Coast.
Oh, he is running Mana Leaks,
Yeah,
but
he
we haven't seen one.
Played a
have we?
Seachrome Coast, and it looks like he's got a Treasure Mage in hand.
think
Not
he's gonna go
exactly,
Treasure Mage.
not a perfect play here. So he goes Tumble
Tumble
Magnet.
Magnet, didn't see
That'll
that.
hold back the Lotus
Sweet.
Cobra, but again, the damage Lotus Cobra does has very little to do with
Yeah.
the power in its in the bottom right corner there. All right, Parson going with the turn 3 Lotus Cobra.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a fetch land. Wow, representing 6 mana right there.
All right.
So he's going to have a turn 3 Titan if he's got one in hand.
5 mana.
Is it only 5?
1,
Oh, you're
2,
right.
3,
1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5. You're right. I'm
Yep.
sorry. I'm thinking of them.
He can go turn 3 Precursor Golem,
He can, yeah.
which he very well may do, or he could also just go Jason Mind Sculptor
Yeah.
and hold up mana for Bolt. Neither of those plans
Not bad.
seem very weak on
Yeah.
turn 3.
Yeah, and it's a precursor golem, as you said. So now Laskin has to find an answer here. He has to have a Day of Judgment, pretty much. Day of Judgment would be quite the answer at the moment because of the board state here. It
Yeah.
would really help. Laskin.
Contagion Clasp isn't going to do as good.
Well, we're talking. I'm not sure how much people are hearing because it looks like the stream may have died. But okay, so Laskin does not have an answer. He does not have a Day of Judgment, but he does have a Contagion Clasp as an answer for one of the Lotus Cobras. But Parson looks to be in a commanding position right now. keep going.
Right.
So,
Yeah, things are not looking good for Lukas Laskin right now.
not right now, no. So Parson has the an Explorer. Looks like he played an island and used that for the green, tapped it, and explores. Draws a card. Alright, is that a misty rainforest? Well, so that's another 3.
Yep.
So he'll have 6 here. Really, like, he's like, if he plays a Titan here, not to say that it's a bad plan exactly, but like, isn't he like, how do you
Waltzing
recover?
into
Yeah,
Day.
exactly. Day of Judgment, doesn't that like just wreck him? I mean, he may just have multiple Titans, but
Now he
just
can. I mean, now Lukas has the condemn, so
That'll
he can
help
condemn
against
all
the
3
golem, yeah.
golems.
Right, it's a Day of Judgment on its own, but it's a Jace. He
Okay,
goes with a Jace,
Jace
okay.
with Mana Leak back up. Okay, seems like a pretty strong plan.
At least Mana Leak mana up. So he's going to brainstorm, and there's a Mana Leak in his hand.
Yeah.
Or for his hand. He's got Spell Pierce, Mana Leak, and I didn't see what the other card was, but. Alright, so Tumble Magnet on the Lotus Cobra before combat. And Lukas trying to decide how he wants to swing here, probably. And is he just going to go all? No,
No,
it's
yeah,
actually
now he
smart play. So he just condemns one of the golems.
Yeah.
Looks like he goes with takes 3. But see, that's pretty smart. Wait, did he double? What did he do? He condemned 1.
Oh, I think it.
Oh, is it any of them?
I think it's when a golem you control is the target.
Oh, that's why. I thought he only had to condemn. He had to condemn the precursor golem for that to happen. So Laskin on his turn untaps and plays a Jace of his own just to get rid of Lukas's Jace. It's just any golem. Okay, that's why I got that mixed up. But of course, Laskin's Jace got mana leaked. For a second, I thought it didn't, but Parson protects his Jace with a mana leak, and now Parson really looking like he's such a good position here. Lewis taps down the precursor golem with the Tumble Magnet and eats 2 damage from the Lotus Cobra. Laskin with a Glacial Fortress. And is he tapping? Taps 5 to activate Colonnade and kill Jace.
There we go.
Seems like a reasonable play there. I mean, he's really.
Lukas has been slowed a bit. So
Yeah, but I mean, we haven't even seen a
got
Titan.
Inferno Titan in his hand. Oh wait, I think it's a bolt.
Yeah, even if he does, yeah. Okay, so he
Another
goes
Jace.
with another Jace.
He's gonna brainstorm off the Jace. Digging for that silver bullet here to put Lewis away.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Lewis, to be fair, has a nice chunk of life right now.
Yeah, oh
It's
yeah,
not-
and he's far from out of it.
There's 3 mana from a fetch. Well, a potential 3 mana here.
He can use that to maybe activate the,
The Colonnade. I mean, the Raging Ravine.
yeah, that one. Nope, another precursor maybe? No, acidic
it's
slime.
Acidic slime. That'll. What does he want to take out? Colonnade. He's trying to decide himself. Oh, he takes out the Tumble Magnet.
Why would he take out the tumble magnet?
Well, it's if he plays a Venser and blinks it, that Tumble Magnet resets.
Oh, that's a good point. Very, very good point.
There's a day of
There's
judgment.
Day of Judgment. All right.
That'll help things somewhat.
Stem the tide
Right.
of slaughter.
Now, I wonder how many cards does Lukas have in his hand? I want to say he has at least 2. But then again, that could just be... Yeah, it looks like 2 to me. There's the Day of Judgment. So, clears the board.
And now he has to deal with that ravine.
What does he have there? Treasure Mage and something else. I believe he only has 2 cards in hand.
And I believe Lukas has 3. I saw Mana Leak.
Okay.
He's going to brainstorm off Jace, though, and completely refill his hand.
Is that looks like 2 ravines and something else?
Yep.
All right, ravine in.
An unmolested Raging Ravine.
And a Jace. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Laskin drew a Jace of his own, but he only has 6 mana, so it's...
Well, you can also swing into
Was that a
it.
Worm Coil engine? I think it is. I think that's what that other card is. Not that that helps either if Lukas has a Mana Leak. He goes with Colonnade at Jace. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Decent plan there. I mean, he's still going to start eating ravine damage.
Yeah, he really is.
Or not start, but continue eating ravine damage, especially considering that ravine continues to rage and its power increases every time it attacks.
Does he have Condemn, maybe?
I don't
No.
know. Laskin does have 3 Tectonic Edge in his deck, but we haven't seen any. At least haven't seen them in a while. So there's a Contagion Clasp, not exactly...
Not doing any good right now. He could proliferate Raging Ravine's counters.
That doesn't seem like... I have a feeling he's not planning on doing that exactly. That's the other thing, is even though I said about the Venser, the Contagion Clasp could proliferate the Tumble Magnet too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
It's right on the table.
Yup.
Doesn't even need the Venser, but I was just thinking about it in terms of Venser. It's one of the cards that I put in my first Venser deck that I wrote down and didn't build.
We have... I'll talk about it later. This match is about over. There's a Worm Coil.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not going to resolve, is it? I mean, he's got... Does he have Mana Leak mana up now?
Oh, he can just bounce it with... did he play... Oh, no,
No, he's going to play a Jace, and he does have Mana Leak. Okay, I can't see his lands over there. I just see... Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Sure
so
enough.
Lukas, Mana Leaks a Jace for the win.
Yep.
Pretty much. I mean, there was just no way that Laskin could get back in. He couldn't deal with the Raging Ravine. So, you know, despite having a very interesting list and doing some interesting things in that earlier game, just couldn't stand up in that particular round.
See if we can get Lukas in the booth real quick.
Lukas or Laskin?
Lewis, I meant.
Okay.
Lewis. I want you to step out for a
Okay,
minute.
I can,
Yeah.
so, I'm waiting for